What's up, what's up, what's up, my beloved souls? It is Twin Flame Tuesday. I am still in the middle of a move, so just know that. Just know that. We're in Scorpio season. Halloween is coming up. That's my holiday. So let's see what we got going on for you guys. Delicious energies are about the Twin Flame Collective today. Thank you to my team of light. This is the Twin Flame Collective. Let's see what beautiful message we can give to them. Chemistry. Ooh, there's a strong magnetic attraction here. Some of you just met your twins and got a little activated, right? You looked in their eyes. I just felt something in my heart. So maybe you felt something in your chest, right? You got a little activated. All I'm feeling from this card is like, whew. When I first met my karmic, actually, it's how the energy started, which is how I knew it got turned on, which is how I knew about the twin flame relationship. There was just like something within the energy, like even within like a conversation, was kind of like what is this, like why can't I stop dealing with this person's energy, like why is this more than just like a yo, what's up? It was weird, it was different, and that like heart chakra activation, which led me down this like twin flame journey, which led me to like karmics and soulmates and like all this other stuff that like I did had no idea about. All I knew was just like, what is this moment? What is this moment? And he was a karmic, but he was an amazing activator for me and got all of my chakras really going in order to know even what this was. It was dope. So I feel like literally, as soon as I look at this card, I just felt like in my heart again. Like some of you got really activated recently. It's like way more than just like a physical chemistry. You know what I mean? Like this is not just like, yeah, your twin is gonna probably turn you on, but this is deeper than just like, oh, they're hot. This is a like, what was that? Like, wait, what was that? You look in someone's eyes and you're like, wait, what just happened? That type of energy. I like it. I like it. What else we got going on for the beautiful twin flames? This is nice. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Can't be scared, right? I said, you're like, what just happened? And now, like, you're like a deer in the headlights, right? Like, completely frozen. It's like, no, like, take some action steps. Like, don't be scared. Like, maybe, hey, do you want to grab a coffee? Or, I don't know, what else do people do nowadays now that the world is, like, closed? I don't know. Or, like, I don't know, paint and wine or something. I don't know, whatever it is people do to date. Like making an effort, opening dialogue, like having the conversation. It's so cute because like he's like doing the most and she's like uncomfortable. But I feel like that's like a lot of y'all like right now. You kind of just like uncomfortable, like in your skin, like you just overwhelmed. You're so overwhelmed by what just happened. You feel like a little kid again, right? Like your first crush. Like look at this big, powerful energy, right? Two grown folk, but this is how they feel inside. How cute. I love it. That is like the sweetest energy. I love that. I love that. Oh my God. What else is going on? I love that inner child nostalgic sweetness that I'm seeing there. I love it. I love it's like you met them, you don't know what the fuck just happened, you got activated, and now you feel like a little kid again. Like this is like your first love. That is so sweet. I love that. Oh my God. Ask them for coffee. Like, maybe go grab lunch or something, or like do something. I love that. I'm sorry, I'm not over it yet. All right. Anything else with twins? Because I'm in love with the fact that they're all like giddy and childlike right now. I love that. What else? I'm so happy for you. Oh, wedding. This situation involves marriage. maybe you're married or your twin is married, right? Or in a committed relationship of some sort. It doesn't have to necessarily be a wedding, but like they have someone that they're living with, or they're in a committed relationship right now. And so that would cause issues for delay and transgressions. It's almost like you meet someone. I love this. Alanis Morissette. I love it. Great explanation. And her song Ironic. She's like, it's like meeting the man of your dreams and then meeting his beautiful wife. Like, oh, right? Like, what just happened? Because there's something there between us, but they're married. Now, he doesn't look happily married at all, right? So maybe the divine masculine is in a relationship where they are just not happy at all, right? And then y'all just had this like moment, and both of you are like, what do we do? Like, what do we do? Because what the fuck? you know? When people are in committed relationships, it's, not always the easiest thing to break away from. And so this make the effort card is also like a secondary reminder, like, yeah, it might take time, like divorces take time, breakups take time, like there are other parties involved. You can't just like necessarily just get up and walk away from your entire life and like shatter and destroy all these bonds behind you, nor would you want to, because you don't want that karma coming following you into like your new life, right? Into this new version of yourself. The twin flame dynamic isn't about like, yeah, the twins get together and like fuck everybody else and we're hurting everybody behind us. Like that's not how it works. It's not like other people are being set up to be like our little like victims and doormats and stuff like that. Like there are contracts that we have to like work out and finish, and lessons that we have to learn separate from our twins, right? There's certain things that I'm going to learn from my soul teachers and my karmics that I'm not going to learn from my twin, because when I'm with my twin, this is a situation of unconditional love. And I didn't know that until I had to go through stuff in order to learn to unconditionally love myself, in order to be available to unconditionally love a twin. You know what I mean? So it's like all these layers and steps, and all the other players involved also have their own contracts and things going on too. So we can't just like quickly snip the cords, no matter if we want to. Um, but you can make an effort, right? And you can like hold space for the union and the relationship, and instead of focusing on like the illusion of the 3D reality, keeping your focus on the 5D and above, knowing that that's where you guys are, right? Because twins are all about connecting all the way up, 5D and beyond. And so the 3D world will play out and have you thinking like, they're living their best life over here while I'm like stuck and miserable. You know what I mean? Like they're happily on a family vacation, right? They got the kids, they got the husband, they got the wife, whatever it is, and you're on Instagram like looking at the pictures while they're like looking so happy, on social media, and meanwhile you're home miserable. But it's like, are they happy on social media, or is it social media and can we make it look like that? Like, should they be looking miserable in pictures with their children on a vacation? No, right? That's still their time with their children. And they still absolutely have the right to be happy with the people that they're there spending their time with. It doesn't mean that their feelings are any less than that for you. It does mean that the two of you are on different pages right now. Things have to be worked out in order for things to come into alignment. Even when our partner is not ready and one of us is awakened, that means that we still have work to do. We got to keep the torch and keep it moving forward. And if you're going to make the effort, then you got to stick it out. You know what I mean? Even when it gets a little sticky and tough. Bottom of the deck, children. Your love life is being affected by children. Like I said, divine masculines, divine feminines, parents. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of them are parents. That's what it is. You know what I mean? Like, what it is. Can't just up and leave like that necessarily. And even the situations where the child is older, I know it gets complicated, like there's a guilt within us as parents to kind of like live your life for yourself as opposed to for your children, right? That's like it's like a catch-22. It's like, because, yeah, you're a human and you're a woman and you're a man and you're trying to do your thing and live your life, yet you still have a responsibility to the children that you brought into this world. But it's like, well, then where does that responsibility end, right? How long are you going to keep going? Are you going to be 50, 60, 70 years old and staying in the same neighborhood and staying in the same town because your children are there and you kind of don't want to get too far away from your children in case they ever need you? Or are you kind of like, I did what I did for my kids. All right, I'm going to go do me right now. Or the kids can be young, and then that gets sticky complicated, because when they're young, they don't necessarily understand. And even so, you still want to have that time with them. You know what I mean? You want to watch your children grow up and not necessarily on a video screen. So there's a lot to think about, a lot of to do, but in the space of divine love and divine perfection, like all is well. And so you're making the effort and you're knowing, yeah, I'm here right now in this situation, but I can shift this, so that everybody gets what they want. I can shift this so that people are happy. And I'm not talking about like the egoic get what they want. I'm talking about like shifting it so people are coming to a space where like the children are happier because we're not together, faking the misery and thinking that they can't pick up on the vibrations of the fuckery in the house. You know what I mean? Like, I'm happier because we're not together. This is no longer a toxic situation. Like, I had to set boundaries, I had to grow, I had to learn, I had to develop, I had to move forward into a better version of me. And it doesn't mean that like what we had wasn't great where we were at, but right now I gotta move forward. You know what I mean? Like, we grow at different levels of spirituality. And if you're on a twin flame journey, you're growing. And it's layer by layer by layer. Like, yeah, maybe you dealt with some of the stuff, but it's layer by layer by layer. The shit don't stop until you tap out. In this world, anyway. Because it don't stop anyway, because you're eternal. But, like, it don't stop until you tap out. So, layer by layer by layer by layer, things are going to come up. They're going to give you an opportunity to observe, to shift, maybe to check yourself, or to realize some shit's being projected on yourself. You got to make the effort, and there's going to be challenges. And if people have children, people are married or in long-term committed relationships or living together, and this is what you want, and this is what they want in your heart and hearts, and you can kind of brush off the 3D bullshit of, oh, well, this is crazy, or this is not going to work, or, I don't really love you. I was just like, there's all types of shit that comes from the minds of the divine masculine and divine feminine when they're in the mode of fear and anger and like loss and abandonment. Like all the stuff that we're working on layer by layer by layer, on top of the commitments we have with the soul contracts all around us. Right? So there's so much in there. But at the end of the day, it's all about what? Self love. All about self love. Doesn't matter what your twin is going through. Doesn't matter what all the contracts are playing out. Like, you got to get to a point where you are so in love with you and you're doing so well with you that everything else is starting to fall into place, right? And some of those contracts are going to dissolve because they were there to help you get to the point where you had the boundaries and you had the gumption to stand up for yourself. And some of those contracts are going to shift into a whole new level as they like evolve and unfold with you. Like there's so much going on when it comes to twins. There's so much going on within the layers and the layers in the background. And then you have the 3D world where people think that we're fucking crazy because we're like spiritual and whatever it is that we're doing, like, or they put it in Hollywood and now they want to make it fancy as if it's like the thing to do, like the chicken sandwich challenge or something. It's odd. It's odd to me. All right, I'm gonna pull one more card. Then I'm peace out. Hungry. Ugh. Did I just see the freedom card? Yep, free. Oh, free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. As I said, at the end of the day, no matter what's going on, it's all about you. You. All about you. The self-love that pours into you, the joy that pours into you, respecting, honoring yourself, setting really healthy boundaries. Like, it's all about you. You can get out of the imprisonment of your mind, right? You can get out of the fake entrapment. You can let go of the 3D illusion of what this is supposed to be, right? And step into your truth. Step into your authentic truth. Like, look at this. What is this? A unicorn horn, right? Unicorns aren't real, right? stepping into who you are, like owning that energy, owning your magical spiritual self, getting out of the confines, right, of what this is supposed to be, and stepping into the truth of who you are and loving you so fiercely and so like deliciously that the rest of life has to show up for you. It's gonna be big right now. Big right now. It's also really big for those that are dealing with that wedding or long-term committed relationship stuff, right? There's an energy there that's it's gonna be like the chains are getting broken, right? Like the gates are being knocked down. You have to make the effort though, you know? And I'm not saying to do that in a harsh, nasty way, although that may be what is received from you when you start to set some boundaries and stand up for yourself. But it's time to be your authentic self, right? Step into the truth of who you are. Step into your joy, step into your happiness. Like receive the love that you know you deserve. And it may not be where you're at, you know? Maybe when you saw that person at the supermarket and y'all had that moment, that was that moment, right? And now this feels like a prison where before it felt like safety, right? Now it feels too small for you. Big. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. I love you. God loves you. Angels surround you. I'm moving. It's amazing and crazy and busy, but awesome. Coming down soon. All right, I love you guys. Later.